Greetings my fellow non-Darkians, and spoiler warning here. Very much a spoiler, because this isn't coming out onto the main branch until about midweek, maybe a little more than a week. They've been doing a lot of bug fixing and testing. This is actually version 340T was the first version, but there was a big blackout exterior bug. I was not being able to progress any on the challenges and stuff. But Alan Lawrence and everybody on the Hinterland team worked throughout the night. I actually just got done a little while ago with a 24-hour marathon for charity in the Long Dark. Played through the test build. I played through all the challenges. I discovered all of the skill books and etc. and everything. So I'm going to be going over that with you briefly, and I'll have the challenges up before it comes out, etc. up on YouTube. So be sure to tune in for that. But yeah, let's get into badges. Yeah, let's get into badges. Yeah, because actually now we're going to do challenges. They're challenge badges, but these are just for the challenges. You get a badge for Hopeless Rescue. The Hunted Part 1, Whiteout. Actually, one of my more favorite challenges. I would say I would akin that to the same as the Old Bear. This one was quite fun. Pretty easy, but quite fun. And the Nomad, which I will get into why I don't really like that one. But maybe they'll change it up before it comes out. We'll have to see. But then we'll get into feats. Badges awarded for feats that can be completed across many sandbox games, because you don't have to do this all in one. But I haven't got any of mine yet because I don't want to use the, if you're playing the beta, don't use your old saves because it might goof it up, so you want to be careful. So I'm not going to get any of these badges until I, use one of my old saves. But okay, book smarts. You completed 250 hours of research. From now on, you gain 10% more benefit from each completely researched book. So that's pretty nice. Cold fusion. I do like this one a lot. You spend a total of 100 days outside. You are now less susceptible to the cold and get a permanent plus 2-degree bonus for your feels like temperature. And then next, efficient machine. You survive 60 days. Your body has adapted to these tough conditions. You now consume 10% fewer calories. Firemaster. You successfully started 1,000 fires. From now on, all your survivors start with a level 3 fire starting skill. Next, the skill trees changed a little bit. I will get into that a little bit later on in the video as we're going to go check out the challenges. Then I'll talk about the skills a little bit, then give you my thoughts on everything. Free runner. You sprinted 50 kilometers. Sprinting now burns 25% fewer calories. Not bad. I don't think it really burns that too many that I'd noticed that, but a snow walker. This is one good one because I almost have this in one game alone because I've been doing a lot of traveling and stuff. You've traveled 1,000 kilometers in the game. Your stamina bar recharges 24% faster, which is pretty dang awesome. That's pretty dang awesome. So yeah, we'll wait. When that public build goes live, I'll have all those active so we can mess with that. Right, so the big thing we're going to do the challenges. We're going to new challenge. And actually, you will see they have axes for difficulty now. Hopeless Rescue's got a 4 out of 5. That was not too shabby. You remember that from the Sea to Peak challenge? We used to do that before. That was this is kind of almost like it, the Hopeless Rescue. Pretty easy. Of course, the Hunted, a 5 out of 5. It's one of my more favorite challenges. Yeah, with Old Bear. One of my favorite challenges. I do heavily endorse that one. Then we get Whiteout. A monster blizzard is on the way. Will you be ready when it arrives? The storm arrives in 30 days. Stockpile enough food, water, and supplies in the Coastal Highway Quonset garage before it hits. Then finally, we have Nomad. It's difficulty about 3 out of 5. I'm going to tell you why I really don't like this one. Why I really don't like it. It is not... I'm not going to say it's bad, but it is not something for me, but it might be something for you. We'll have to see. The world has changed. The only way to survive is to keep moving. Survive for 10 days each in 5 specific locations across the world. I will talk about that when we get to it, though. First up, let's get into Whiteout. Do the Whiteout challenge. It's kind of got a compile of difficulties. It's not like just Stalker or just, it's kind of got a mixture of the two. So now we have 30 days. And be aware, right now in the beta, it's kind of bugged because whenever I go outside and inside, it adds time to the calendar. Okay, actually, we will start with Quonset. Already, it says it's completely empty. And for everything you stockpile, water and food can go on the wood go on the floor. Yeah, everything you have to stock in these containers, etc. So you got plenty of storage space to do it all. And I think around about, you can probably get this done in about 1 day. probably in about 1 day. Everything you will need is pretty much in this area. Of course, not a lot of people will be using coffee to get this challenge done quicker. I did mine in about a week. I derped around quite a bit, but okay, let's talk about some other stuff here, of course. We'll bring up the journal. And then, yeah, this is the mission, the list of items. So we need 15 days worth of food, which is about 2,500 calories a piece. Not pretty bad. One of the other thing is, actually the meat right now, the meat you don't even have to cook it. So if you went out and shot out a bear, stockpile that up, that would go a long way. You don't even have to cook it. So pretty easy way to do that. Softwood, hardwood, you just need to drop that on the floor, along with 30 pieces of reclaimed wood. You can get that easily around the area here. 50 sticks, that's not, you can pretty much go down the coastal highway, the road, and pick that up. 25 things of tinder, which actually there's quite a bit of paper around here in the Quonset area. You can pick that up and get plenty of tinder there. Bandages, you need about 10, but just go get the curtains around the coastal town site. You just get the curtains and just make those into bandages. 25 matches, also easily done. The rifle, yeah, you just want to check your local rifle spawns at Coastal Highway. Get that. And there's at least a couple guaranteed ammunition spots. So 10 cartridges, pretty easy to get. Then gotta go look for the Tatchet spawns, a lantern, and a little bit of water, but you can get a lot of that out from the toilets. And kerosene, which actually I did luck into a couple drops of kerosene really early on, so that was pretty easy to do. Okay, let's get into skills. Yeah, they're now separated into 5 skills. Carcass harvesting, level 1 beginner. You have a layperson's understanding of harvesting a dead animal. Meaning you're clumsy and unskilled, don't cut yourself. And actually, the way I have it, you only from harvesting the meat. You don't get it doesn't apply when you do the guts or anything. But you will find books across the game. It's kind of a random spawn, so it's not always the same place. But you will find books in each of these categories that will improve your skill by a set amount. So definitely keep an eye on book for those on hand. Each book takes about 5 hours to learn, and you actually got to have calories because you can't concentrate when you're not when you're hungry, and you got to be able to have light too. So it's kind of it's very immersive. I like that the way they did that. Yeah, but then cooking, level 1 beginner cooking. If you are still enjoying Civilization's warm embrace, you might be able to cook a hot dog over fire without burning it. Yeah, and actually, as you level these up, you get little perks and stuff. I'm gonna go through all these as I grind up, and I'll get them all done when the build goes public, and I'll show you all the level differences, of course. Then fire starter. Yeah, because it doesn't work quite like the 50 to 100 skill now. A level 1 beginner, you have a 40% chance to start fires. You have no special knowledge or skill at starting fires yet. Then we have ice fishing. They really know what you're doing yet. You know which end of the line the hook goes on. So that's just base level 1 fishing. And then rifle firearm. You're very new to firearms and aren't yet too comfortable with using the rifle. You know how to load it. You know how to load it and how to fire it. And you know what to end the point to target. And that's about it. You do actually get that up from cleaning the rifle and shooting. You got to connect with a shot with an animal. That's what you do with that. Next, well, this is only exclusive right now to Whiteout, but I don't know if they're going to incorporate that into the rest of the game. Yeah, the Weather Almanac. As you can see here, because in 30 days the storm is going to hit. Yeah, so actually, like on day 7, you get a 10% chance of Category 1. But by day 30, there's a 30% chance of Category 5. So you have to get all the supplies in here within 30 days. It's really, really simple. Little scavenger hunt. I do find it quite a bit of fun, though. I did find this quite a bit of fun. One of my most enjoyables. I'd rank it up there with the hunted. Pretty much. This is really well done. I really did enjoy that. Okay, so you just spend about... most speedrunners probably going to get this done in a day, I believe. But there's really no... As long as you get it done before the 30, you'll get your badge. Okay, Legend, we're actually in the Nomad challenge now. The world has changed. We're going to spend 10 days at each location listed in your journal. And you will spawn up at that house up on the hill. Up on the hill by Coastal Highway. So what you probably want to do is first bang out 10 days at the Quonset gas station. Oh no, we're in Misanthrope Island. I apologize. Misanthrope's homestead. Yeah, that's where you spawn every time. I was thinking something else. I do apologize. Yeah, so you spawn there. So you have to head over to Quincy, and actually we'll bring this up in the journal. It's actually really weird because I don't agree with this challenge. I quite frankly don't like it. It's kind of boring to me. But you spend 10 days in each location, and what 10 days is you have to spend 10 days total inside the location. Like I had to spend 10 days in Quonset gas station, 10 days in the camping office, 10 days in the Pleasant Valley farmhouse, 10 days in the Desolation Lighthouse, and 10 days in Timberwolf Mountain Mountaineering Hut. 10 solid days. I got it all done in about 52 days or so, just between traveling. But I pretty much just scavenged and just, hibernated it out, which is something I'm really not a big fan of anymore because it's kind of boring. So I did about 50 days of that on the stream, and this is the only time I'm going to do this challenge. It is the exact opposite of Nomad. And you're just hibernating in one place. You're not even going out. You really don't want to take the time to go outside or anything. I mean, you could do that and just sleep there at night, but it's going to take you a lot longer to get the challenge done. I like the idea, but I thought this would be more like sleeping outside or something. Camping on the outdoors, stuff like that. Maybe in the different areas. Like I could definitely see if this was like survive 10 days in Pleasant Valley or Mystery Lake and then move on. But yeah, just hibernating in one spot, not too exciting. Not too exciting for me. But overall, really, really well done update. I will cover this a lot more in the upcoming videos. I just want to get too much spoilery stuff out before the release. I will have plenty of videos to drop when that does release, though. I just want to give everybody a little heads up as they're getting ready. If you haven't played the beta build, you still can right now. You just have to go right-click on Steam. It's only on PC right now. Right-click on the properties on the game. Go to the beta, and then it's just the password is the Long Dark Test, and you can test it out. Just be aware. Yeah, just don't use your old saves or your current saves right now. Just start a new save. And that's it for me then. I'll have a lot more coverage when it does drop, and I'll have a couple little videos lined up right before it drops, so you get everything in details, everything you know, all places, the challenges. Probably not Nomad though, because I told you not a huge fan of that one. We'll have to see if it changes between now and then. All right, guys, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Long Dark update content.